Hello friends, welcome to learn C#.net. Now let us start array. Array is a set of elements of similar type. We are already familiar with array in case of C, CPP, Java. Okay. The first take look at the single dimensional array. Here is the syntax. Write a data type, after that square bracket, variable, and if you want to initialize it by using fixed values, then initialize it in curly bracket. Separation is done by comma. Here is the difference is only the square bracket is a prefix before the variable name of variable. You can also create a array with sub initial size. That is again the syntax is data type square bracket variable is equal to new data type in square bracket there is size. It is a fixed size array. You can also create a dynamic array. First only declare the array, then allocate the memory at the next line. Here you can also use a user defined size and you can use a array. Here is the single dimensional array. In case of multi-dimensional or two-dimensional array, here the multi-dimensional is indicated by using comma, that is number of rows and number of columns. Here also you can use you can initialize it by using some fixed value. You can use it by using fixed size, and you can also use it as a dynamic. Okay. The next is a new type of array, that is jagged array. Jagged array means what? Number of rows, having number of rows and columns. But here the number of rows are fixed but number of columns are not fixed. That is, if you want to create a first row containing 4 number of columns, it is valid. Then second row 3 columns, next row 2 columns, next row 1 column. It is valid in case of jagged array. It is a new type of array. But here it is a declaration is wrong in case of two-dimensional array, because if you in case of two-dimensional array, if you declare like this, then it is a wrong, or it will generate the error. Okay. While using jag array, square bracket are separately appear 2 times. Okay, let us take an example. Create a new project. Here also we use some console based programming, because by using console based programming syntaxes are more easy. Okay. Now first let us declare the array. Here we use dynamic array. For that purpose, first ask user to enter the size of number of element. Here we mention enter size of array. Okay. After that, take a size by using any variable. Here suppose we use n. In bracket console dot readline. Okay, now I allocate the dynamic memory for this array. The x is equal to new integer in bracket number of elements. Okay, now your array get ready. Scan the element. Enter. Elements of an array. Okay, but for processing array we have to use index value. Up or lower bound start from 0 till the less than n I plus plus, and then simply you can process array by using x of I is equal to Again here you need to convert it because all the elements are of integer type. Either use to int 16, 32, 64 as per your choice. Okay. Now let us print the elements of array for output. By using console write line. Okay, and don't forget to again write here console dot either read or read key. Save and now run it. Let us increase the size. Suppose here we take size 7, put the values. Okay, but now we need to here print this array with its index value with its location. Then simply change this console dot write line. Then here we want to print x open square bracket, after that the value of I. Let us concentrate on this concatenation, then square bracket complete, then there is equal to, and after equal to the element of array. Suppose the size is 10. Now you can easily remember it is like a simple CCPP like array. Okay, now we can perform any operation in this array. Suppose here we don't need to use this. Suppose we want this array to print in reverse order. Then how it happen? Elements of an array in reverse order. Index start from last location, that is n minus 1. This goes downward till the value of 0. Use here equal to, and the I is incremented. Okay, let us see. Okay, if you want to, you can perform a number of programs by using array. If you want to copy the array, of this element to a second array, then we need to declare here one more array. Okay, declare here one more array, integer y is equal to new integer in bracket, give the value of n, because in case of copy size must be same. Okay, now perform the copy process of copy. Copy is performed in simple way, like in y of I store the values from x of I, locations are same, and now here print the copied element of array. Use y of I. Okay, here is the copy of array. You can also perform copy of array in reverse order. If here we want to search one element from an array, suppose if I put one element or one value and check whether the value is present in an array or not. In this case, we need only a single array. Then let us remove it. Okay, we don't need to print this. After entering element of array, now again give the message enter value to be searched in an array or from an array. Okay, the value is anyone. Suppose I assume here the variable val. Dot parse in bracket console dot readline. Okay, then let us apply the logic. No doubt, there is no doubt you have to check this value beginning from the location x of 0. Okay, and check whether it is present or not. Suppose here we give one condition, if x of I is equal to val. Okay, if it is true, then what? Then give here message value found at, you can also display here location x of just wait, at x of plus I, mm, close the bracket, location. Okay, you can simply give the message value is present or value is found. Okay, but after that let us take a break from here. Okay, then what happens in this case? If the value is found, the index of I is always less than 10 because the last location is 9. If the suppose we put an array of 10 element, then the last location is 9. Suppose the value is found, then index of I is less than n because the value of n is 10, and we started already from 0 till the 9 location and take a break. Therefore, whenever I get plus plus, the loop get false. Okay, it is perform only the value is found. Then what about not found? If the value is not present, then in that case the value of I is must be equal to n, right? Because if the value is not found, then it will search beginning search from 0 till the value of n. The last location is x of 9, no doubt, but whenever I again get plus plus, the value of I is equal to n, and if it is done, so then in that case you can say that value is not found. Got it? The logic. If you have the different logic, you can also apply that one. But here the problem is the I is declared inside the loop. Then let us declare I outside the loop and remove here integer. Now it is okay. There is error. Okay, already we declare I in this scope, therefore uh, let us declare this I above the all things, then remove here the value of I, integer the type of I. Now it is fine. If the value of is 7 and suppose I put some element, okay, the index of this value is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. Suppose I enter here 12, then what happen? The first this value is checked with the x of 0, then x of 1, the value of I is not 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4, x of 5, x of 6. After that I get plus plus, that is the value of I is 7 because the last location is x of 6. And then after that the if condition is not true inside the loop, therefore it will terminate the loop and goes outside the loop and check whether the value of I is equal to n. Yes, in this case the value of I is equal to n. Then we got the message value is not found. But if the value is present, then what happen? Suppose I put here 7, then first 7 is compared with the location of x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4, x of 5, x of 6. Now here the value is same, but immediately we write a break, therefore the value of I is now 6, and then after termination of loop, after taking the break, it will continue the further program. But in this case the outer condition is not true because the value of I is 6 and n is 7. In that case it will only give one result, value is found at the x of 6 location. Got it? Otherwise you can find or you can try any value. Like this you can perform a number of programs. You can write a program for sorting of array, merge array, addition of array. Okay, we will see some program whenever we use the function with array. Now let us create the program of two-dimensional array. It is also introductory program. Declare two-dimensional array like this. Now ask user number of rows column. Suppose for row we assume the value r. Then the value of column, it is c. But we know that while processing the two-dimensional array we have to set two index for row and for column. For that purpose, first set index for row. Suppose integer I equal to 0, I is less than number of rows, and I plus plus. After that, but before going to scan the matrix, first declare it x is equal to, first allocate the memory for it, new integer in bracket number of rows and columns. Okay, now get ready for the scanning matrix. But j is used for column, therefore less than c, j plus plus. And now you can write here x of I comma j is equal to console dot. But here also we need to convert value. Okay, before that give the message enter number of enter R rows and C columns of matrix. Okay, now here also let us print the value, but we have to print this value in matrix form. How to print it, let us see. Now here just give the message elements of matrix. Suppose we use only write function because I want the output in matrix form. Use a write function. Give here some separation. Suppose separation is performed by /t, that is step. Okay, and in outer loop use here write line. By using like this we will find the output in matrix form. It is more readable. Okay, main class namespace. Okay, the brackets are right. Suppose I put here 3 by 3, 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, here is matrix, number of rows and number of columns. But now again let us assume the locations. Let us print the locations for better understanding how the matrix store. Use here x bracket, after that the value of I. Now close the bracket, then open the bracket, after that value of j, and then use only equal to and then the x of ij. Again let's assume the matrix of 3 by 3, that is square matrix. Okay, here is one bracket is missing. Let us correct it. Where? Here. The first value is stored at the location of x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, followed by 1 0, 1 1 1 2, 2 0, 2 1 2 2. That is number of first row, first column, first row, second column, first row, third column. Like this, it is the last row, last column. Okay. We can also print this matrix in transpose order. Transpose means what? Number of rows and columns are exchanged. Let us save, copy it. Element of matrix, or here we change the message. Transpose elements of matrix. For transpose only change the location, print first j and then I. Okay, let us see. Okay, here The rows are changing columns and columns are changing row. It is known as transpose. We can also perform the different type of program at matrix, that is addition of matrix, multiplication of matrix, sum of all elements, sum of rows, sum of columns, sum of diagonal. Okay. Suppose here we want to try one program, sum of rows, column and all element. It is too simple. Let us create it. Suppose here we declare variable sum is equal to 0, sum of rows also equal to 0, sum of columns also equal to 0. Okay, now we have to use this to loop. Okay, let us first calculate the sum of all elements. Sum equal to sum plus the simple logic x of ij. All the elements get added to a sum. In case of row sum is also the same way. Row sum plus x of ij. But in case of column sum, write column sum plus x of go vertical ji. But here, if we print all this value outside the loop, then what happen? All the values get same. Why? Because the formula is same in case of all element. But here, let us change the, or let us print first sum of rows and columns in outer loop, because in this case what happened, the first sum of first row and first column is calculated and immediately print it like this. Print all the sum of all the rows and all the columns. Then here we assume sum of I plus I, but here use the bracket, I plus 1 row, that is sum of one row, two row, like this, is equal to plus R sum. Here what happened? Sorry, the style is different. Ij ji. Okay, now it is right. The habit of C, CPP and Java. Okay, now print the sum of column. C sum. Okay, but after printing the sum of first one, sum of first column, let us again reset it to a 0, because we want sum of rows and columns separately. And after termination of both the loop, print here sum of all element. Let us see the output. Again take a 3 by 3 matrix. Sum of first row 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6, 4, 8, 9. Now the second row 7 plus 2, 9, 2 plus 5, 10. The third row 4 plus 5, 9 plus 6, 15. The vertical is 6 plus 5, 11. And sum of all element is 30. Okay. Now you will get the logic why we reset the row sum column sum outside the loop, because we want a fresh sum of rows and column of each and every column. Okay, now you can perform the different programs of matrix by using the same. Here is only the declaration, and the style of matrix is quite different. Okay, let us create a string. String is too simple. Now let us handle the string. Declare here one variable of string s is equal to, assume the fixed value, suppose India. Okay, now we have all the inbuilt properties of string, therefore directly we can write total length of string is equal to, directly write here, call here len function. Okay, now suppose we want this string to display in uppercase, we have all inbuilt methods of string. Dot to upper, right here first console dot read, let us check the output. Yeah, right. Just here use s dot, you will find all the methods of string class. Okay, to string to uppercase, to lowercase, split, there is also replace or concat. Okay, okay, like this you can use a inbuilt method of string class. Okay, in next lecture we can see user defined function. Thank you.